Hey, what's up y'all? It's your girl Apolonia across. Today's video we are going to do a flip through of my financial planner here in my black croc Notique planner cover. So if that is something that you are interested in and you are wanting to get better with budgeting and managing your finances, then make sure you stay tuned for this flip through. All right, you guys, so today, like I said, we are going to do a full flip through of my financial planner. I'm actually really proud of it because this one I created from start to finish. And so I hope you guys enjoy it too. I am still in the process of like decorating it out because I honestly just have not been in that creative mood. I've been more in like straight functionality. So as you can see, the side, there's like nothing here, but that's okay. But yes, guys, I'm really excited about my financial planner because I used this and tried it out last year and it worked out really, really good because I was able to, it helped me really see what things were when I was tracking, and it also helped me figure out what pages I really didn't necessarily need since I created this financial planner from scratch. And so this year I'm so proud of myself, even though it took me like 2 days just because the way my printer is set up. And obviously I have kids, lots of them, and so my time and focus has been stretched, but it took me 2 days to finally print out all the pages I needed and have this fully set up. So I'm super excited, so proud. Yay, so proud. But anyways, also this is something too, if you are interested in getting this financial planner, you can go to my website and also be able to download this yourself. Now, your printer may be completely different than my printer, and it may not even take that long to go ahead and print and cut and all those things. Mine is just a little funky. So I hope and pray that if you do buy this budget planner or this financial planner, that you don't have to go through 2 or 3 days worth of printing and cutting. But if you have kids and a very busy life like me, it just might. But anyways, back to doing this flip through. Now, I decided to go with as neutral as possible because I wanted, this is something that my husband and I do together. And so he is very big on not wanting it to look too girly. So I try to make it as neutral as I possibly could and not make it too girly in case he were to like take it out in public and it doesn't have like, I don't know, pink and purple. As you can see, it's like really black. Like I got the black discs in here, heart discs from the Happy Planner. And these, if you're wondering, when you decide to print this for yourself, if you're wondering how big of these discs, these are the 2-inch discs. So let me pull that out of here. So these are the black 2-inch discs that I am using. And I'm also using the frosted cover. This one, I believe, is the Notique frosted cover. Yes. This is the Notique frosted cover, and I honestly am I'm one of the people who likes to, I'm like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Like, so this, I've had this for a couple of years, and so the pages, I just pull out the pages and from the previous year, and I'll put it in a rubber band and I'll file it instead of like keeping the whole planner set up and buying a whole new planner, because for those of you guys who know, you know, it can get a little pricey if you're buying a whole new setup every single year and you use multiple planners. Now, you don't have to do that. Like I said, I am a very big pull out what I no longer need and go ahead and file it, and then just put in the guts, which is why I love the Happy Planner setup or the disc bound setup, for the simple fact that you literally just pop off, take out what you don't need, add what you want. So you can literally change and do this completely however you want to. You don't even have to use black discs. I'm just showing you my flip through, all right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get through this flip through. Very simple, 2025 financial planner. And I went ahead and I printed this out and laminated it. And this is going to be a Canva template if you guys are interested in getting this. And one of the biggest things that I really wanted to incorporate, because, oh, and by the way, these tabs, these frosted clear tabs, yeah, no, these are frosted, but these are frosted monthly tabs that you see here. This is from January through December. These are all from Cloth and Paper. I'm not an affiliate with them, but I highly recommend them. The quality is ridiculously good. And it's like, that's one thing that I really love. Like when you buy like quality stuff, I'm a buy nice, not twice type of a person. So I'm keeping, like, to the point, y'all. I still have tennis shoes from middle school. All right. So if it ain't broke, like I said, don't fix it. But anyways, back to the point. All right. So this planner, one of the biggest things that was super important to me for when I was creating this planner is incorporating Bible verses that empower and promote financial wealth, because a lot of times there's such a false stigma around being a believer and a Christian and money, because we always hear like the love of money is the root of all evil. And sometimes we feel bad for wanting to make money, investing, and all of those types of things, when obviously that's not what the verse is meant to mean. So when I created this planner, I wanted to make sure for every single month I incorporated a Bible verse that promoted the value and the benefits of what it means to be when you have money and you learn how to steward your finances well, because that's what money is. It is a tool. It is not something that is to rule over our lives or anything. We have been given power and dominion over everything that we've been given. So that includes our finances. We are stewards of it all. And so helping us remember to switch that mindset and understand, okay, if these are the finances that I receive, how can I steward this well and be a great investor of my time, my talents, and my treasures, right? And so that is the mindset that I really, really wish more believers would take when it comes to building wealth and managing your finances. Like, you can live below your means, you can live within your means, and there's nothing wrong with you growing. At the end of the day, it is your choice, and it's also your education on finances and how you manage your own money. So again, that was a whole big spiel, but that was the biggest thing that I wanted to make sure that I included for every single one of the months, is a Bible verse in regards to finances and the value of having money. And so this one is Ecclesiastes 10:19, which is, a feast is made for laughter, wine makes life merry, and money is the answer for everything. And so, like I said, I really was so excited, and I have not seen any financial planner that, like, honestly, yeah, I haven't seen any financial planner that like actually talks about the good things that money does for you. Most of the time I just hear like, oh, it's the root of all evil, it's greed, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, there are people who are like that, but that is not everybody who has money and is working on building wealth and all the things. So anyways, okay, let's go ahead and go in. So now what you will get is you'll get 12 months in the printable. Okay, so you will get 12 months all with the inserts of cash envelopes and all those things. So this is what January looks like. That is the Bible verse. And this is the first year that I'm actually launching it out and putting out there. So as I get more feedback, and as well as I try to use the planner, and I get feedback from you guys and things that I like, don't like, I'll be updating and changing this throughout the years. So this year I wanted to do something really neutral, and I'm sure like my husband's probably not gonna mind this flower, but something, as you can see, is like really neutral but still pretty cute. And so when you flip it over, you will have a monthly layout. It's not dated, so this way you can go ahead and put in the dates and the years for whenever you want to. That way you have that full flexibility. And then you can put your monthly focus, your top 3 actionable steps that you're going to take in order to achieve that goal and focus for the month. And then if you have any notes that you want to use this for, you can definitely go ahead and do that there, okay? And so this is what the monthly looks out like. Now, in the downloadable printable, I have different inserts in there that you'll be able to have access to. And the inserts, first one that you'll get is the paycheck breakdown. And if you are someone who has used the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, that is something that I really did like, but there were some things about her planner I did not care for, as well as some additional things that I wanted to incorporate that I valued more. and that I think is really something important to do as well. Because I've also read the book. If you guys have not read this, I highly recommend it, but it's called The Richest Man of Babylon. And I think it's really, really, it has a lot of good financial points to it, obviously. And so I wanted to incorporate some of those principles into this. All right. So I have right here, income earned section. You have a budget amount and an actual spent. So you can total up however many income streams that you get for the month. You can pre-budget what your income's supposed to be for the month, and then you do your actual amount that was spent. So very similar. The biggest difference that I wanted to incorporate is the pay thyself first. This is something, now I'm sure somebody's gonna have something to say, but again, this is your prerogative. But why I incorporated the pay thyself first is because a lot of the times we are leaving ourselves the scraps and then stressed about like, how are we going to do this and that? And this is how we get into credit card debt. Most of the time, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of the times the reason my husband and I have gotten into credit card debt was not because we were just mindlessly spending and we were careless. It was because, okay, maybe, we needed to get our taxes done and pay for that. Maybe we had a car issue, we had to pay for that. And those things rack up. Those were like emergency things. Why? Because we focused more on making sure bills were paid first than preparing ourselves for emergency situations or, you know, things that go on in savings and investing. So this is why, especially in The Richest Man of Babylon book, if you read it, it talks about paying yourself first and taking that 10%. And yes, I know you guys are going to be like, no, God gets his 10%. Yeah, I'm not saying don't give God his portion, whether you do that specifically to church houses or you are somebody who likes to go out and give to charities. However you choose to give, that is up to you, but making sure you are also taking care of yourself and putting away for yourself so you can build up your own personal safety net and savings and also take care of your bills, because otherwise you're leaving yourself with the scraps and you're not allowing yourself to build anything up for when something happens. It's not if, it is when it's going to happen. It's a lot better to borrow from yourself than it is to borrow from the bank. Okay. So this is why I have the pay thyself first here. Once you get your paycheck, you can take 10% or whatever percentage you and your spouse chooses to do, and then you can divide that up however you want to, whether that's going to be through, it could be investments, it could be, it could just be regular emergency fund, it could be just an in-case fund, it could be for whatever funds, but making sure you're taking the money that you want to put away to be able to invest, save, or whatnot off the top. Then going into bills, right? And again, you are training your mind to focus on making sure you take care and secure your safety net first, and then paying all the bills, and then going through all of the living expenses. And so this is how I have this set up in here, all right? So I have the pay thyself first, bills due, and living expenses here. And then you have your sinking funds here. And this sinking funds, if you're not familiar, this could be something like Valentine's Day. It could be kids' braces. It could be fall kids' clothes, a trip you're saving for, date night, whatever you want to include in sinking funds. And sinking funds are basically, it's a fund that you know something is coming up and you got to pay for it. So like car insurance would probably be a sinking fund, right? Like if you pay your car insurance annually, you're gradually saving up to pay car insurance, paid off. Or you know you have a kid's gymnastics tournament coming up that's going to be like a couple grand or whatever, and you gradually save up for that so that way that money is put away. Whatever you so choose, that would be the sinking funds, okay? This is a section for extra debt that you'd want to pay off. This is a section for extra savings that you would want to put away, aside from the first top 10%. And then you have your investments, whatever you want to put away left over, that is aside from, again, that first 10%. If you have anything left over here, again, it goes down to the $0 base budgeting. And I have the steps in here, income minus all the different steps. So that way the goal is to get to 0. All right. And then I'm a person who always likes to take notes. So I incorporated a notes page here, but you have the monthly budget breakdown. So this way at the very beginning of the month, you're taking what you're expecting to come in and you're budgeting and pre-planning where all your money is supposed to go, right? And then I have it here. Oh, this is actually backwards apparently, but yeah, so you'll get one where it says pre-budget plan. So this one is the budget that you do before the month begins. And then this is a paycheck budget. So whenever you get your actual paychecks in and you budget by paycheck, you can go ahead and do that. All right, but the concept is the same, except one is a pre-planned budget, the other is a paycheck budget. All right, so, and these are, you can print as many as these as you want, because again, this is a printable. And so that is what I just did, is I did a note page and then the paycheck breakdown that way. And then now we're getting to the account expense tracker. I like this one, and I put right here account name and starting balance, because for us, I have multiple bank accounts set up for us. We have a spending account, we have a bills account, and we have emergency funds, and then I have like some business accounts too, because you want to keep things separate. So this way for me personally, some people might be like, it's doing too much. For me personally, especially when you start getting into a lot of detailed things, you want to set yourself up, especially if you struggle with boundaries and discipline and that. You want to set yourself up to have a bank account that's strictly for bills. The reason being is because when it comes down to budgeting and making sure all your bills are paid and you're not overspending, if you know that your bills are going to be $4,000, for example, right? $4,000 for the month, and you get $6,000 for the month, then you know that every 2 weeks you need to put $2,000 into your bill account. So this way, every 2 weeks you are meeting that your monthly bill fund, and the remaining $2,000 would remain in your spending fund. So this way, again, when I'm going to the store, I'm not worried about whether or not a bill is going to be paid on time, late fees or anything, because I already know that account is specifically just for paying bills. That's it. If there's any reason money is being taken out of there, it's only supposed to be for bills. Anything other, it's a problem. We need to have a discussion. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. But as long as I know all the specific amount that's supposed to be for bills is going in the bills account, I'll never have to worry about a late fee. Everything can be set up on automatic and blah, 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 blah. Again, setting up those boundaries, giving yourself that peace of mind. And so this is why I put it on here, account name, because we name our accounts. Our spending account, we call it the frozen account, just because we're Disney people. And then our bill account is the Darth Vader, because the debit card is Darth Vader, because nobody likes bills, right? Like, so they're evil. So we got the Darth Vader card. And so that's what we call it, like frozen. It's Olaf and Elsa and Anna having fun. We're spending, everything's great, and we're free. We're letting go of worries, blah, 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 right? And then Darth Vader obviously is bills. We're trying to cut those up. We don't want to deal with all the bad bills, blah, 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 right? You guys can laugh if you want to, but this is really how my mind works, and everything has a name for it, okay? And so you don't have to do all that. That's just what I do. But whatever you decide to name your bank account, you have a space right here for you to put account name and the starting balance. Very similar to how you would, what am I trying to say? It was very similar to how you would if you were actually like doing a checkbook, right? Remember those? I feel like I'm dating myself. Anyways, checkbooks, and you're balancing your checkbook and all of those things, very similar, but we have it all in one versus pulling out a checkbook and all of that type of stuff. I don't know. I wanted to create it one safe space. And then I also wanted to give you here, you can put the category, right? And on the bottom, I put DC for debit card, CC for credit card, CS for cash, gift card, Afterpay, if you wanted to categorize by that. So I'm just doing a flip through of this, but as time goes on, I will be like showing you guys how I actually budgeted and use this planner every single month. And so hopefully that helps. All right, and so here is an alternative one, right? So as you can see, there's a slight difference between this account expense tracker and this account expense tracker. Now, this one is specifically for if you are just doing straight from the bank account and you're doing like food, gas, and blah, 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 right? This is why it says category. So you can choose what category that you are, whatever the transaction was for, whether it was for groceries, like I said, kids or whatever, and then the transaction name, what company, the amount that you put in, amount that you subtracted, right? If it was a deposit or if it was a withdrawal or like a return or something like that, whatever gets added to the bank account, then you can go ahead and break down the total here. Now, this one is a little different, similar, but different. If you're somebody who's uses cash, gift cards, and all of those types of things, but you're wanting to really see where all of your money's going, you have the opportunity to use this as a check mark. Like if you used your debit card and like, for example, if you use your debit card and say, for example, this is for groceries, right? But sometimes you use a gift card. Maybe you got like a gift card to Walmart or something like that. Maybe you have some cash set up. Maybe you had to use a credit card or a debit card. Like if whatever you're choosing, but you want to make sure you're staying within a certain dollar amount, but you're using multiple ways to track your expenses and pay for things, this gives you the opportunity to put a check mark on if you use a debit card, if you use your credit card, cash, or a gift card, right? So that's really the biggest difference, but this gives you the opportunity, this is the starting balance, and this is the monthly budget portion. So if your monthly budget is $800 and you started off with $100, then obviously this would be the two combined. That would be what it would be. Okay. And then, like I said, if you want to make sure, because the point is for you to stay within your budget amount, however you spend it, whether it's through cash or a credit card, it doesn't matter. The goal is to stay within the budget. So that's really the biggest thing. I would use this one if you were using a bank account specifically. And if you're somebody who spends multiple ways for groceries or gas and stuff, I would use this one, okay? And you get both of them in the digital download. So I put in here, let me see how many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I printed out 7 of these pages for me, so I can go ahead and track all of our expenses and income. And then I did also put a monthly debt payment plan here. And so this way I can list out all of our credit cards here in one section, all of our loans here, and then a beginning month and breakdown of all of our debt and the balances, the interest rates, the minimum payments, and the payment that we made. And I did that for both. So this way I can go ahead and do that. I have one thing tracked here, and then here, this is the end of month recap that I created, and this way you can go through and make sure that you are tracking your credit score and go through the total income earned and budget amount spent with all the expenses and all here. So this way you can just see like a whole total running of everything all in one place. And then you have your total debt, savings total, and investments total. Now, you don't have to do that, but this is just something that, again, like I said, trying, because it's cool to have all the different apps, but sometimes I get lost in all that stuff. So having a specific financial planner and budget planner helps me stay very focused on exactly what it is that I'm doing, and I don't get lost in like this app. Oh, let me check this statistic. Oh, there's research on this. Like, I love the flexibility and the convenience of digital, but sometimes squirrel brain, mom brain kicks in, and I gotta shut that all off. All right. And then now here, just like we have with the paycheck budget breakdown in the very beginning of the month, we have it as an end of month review too. Now, you don't have to do both. You can just do one, but this is just how I set mine up. So we'll see how I end up using it for the year. Okay. And then again, I have notes, and this is what I love about having note pages. Again, you can, at the end of every single month, you can have a budget meeting with your spouse and say, okay, what at the very beginning, like, what was it that our wins were, our opportunities, what are we going to do going forward, right? And so this way you can have that space to go ahead and write that out, and both of you guys sign in and agree it, so there can't be like, oh, well, you said this and you said that, right? Sometimes that's kind of just what happens, and that's okay. But having this in here, space for both of you guys to go over and review it, is always great. All right, and that's that one. So again, you'll have all of these same pages set up for the other months, but I do want to show you the dashboards. And so this one, the verse for here is honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. This one, the wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. There we go. And again, like, I really wanted to make sure I find Bible verses that talked about the good things about building wealth and having and stewarding your finances well, because there's just so much, and there's just a lot in. So if we don't have to struggle, why are we struggling, right? Like that's not the point of life. We will have some troubles, but we don't have to if we learn how to manage and steward our time, our talents, and our treasures well. Okay, seek the kingdom of God above all else, and he will give you everything you need. So that one's not specifically wealth building, but again, it helps you kind of keep things in perspective in case you do have a struggle month. Just that good reminder. This one is dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Again, promoting investments and gradual savings. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. And I think this one is really important, especially when we're talking about if you have a side hustle or a business that you're working in between your regular job. I think it's important. We obviously don't want to promote burnout and the overwhelm, but this is just that helping you remember, like, you don't know what is going to take off and what isn't. And so making sure that you're moving with purpose and intention in everything that you do, and not just discounting and putting all your eggs in one basket. All right, there's that. And this one, good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. And it is a good thing to receive wealth from God and the good health to enjoy it, right? Health and wealth, not just health and broke or wealth and sick, right? Like, it's a good thing to have both, and both are a gift from God, right? So there's that one. Enjoy prosperity while you can, but when hard times strike, realize that both come from God. Ecclesiastes 7:14. Oops. This one's honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Oh, I think I might have had that twice. Don't remember. Maybe not. And this one's I know I just read this one. But sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed, whether this. Yeah. So this one, okay. Just realized my own little thing. Oh. So apparently I've repeated the verses. I have to go look for some more then. Okay, so I found that little error for myself. I'll look up some more verses on financials in the Bible, and then go ahead and make that adjustment. But if there's anything that you guys see that you would like in a financial planner, especially something like this, I would love feedback. Completely open to it. Again, we're going to see how this works, and I hope you guys join me on this journey. And I also hope you enjoy using this planner. So that is that feedback. And then let me talk to you guys about this. As you can see here, remember I told you guys Darth Vader? Boop, Darth Vader debit card. That's for our bill account. And I like to have and keep this, these pockets here, because I'll put like our gift cards, or like your spending cash envelopes, or anything, not cash envelopes, but any debit cards and things that are specifically for bills. I like to have all access right here in case, like, my husband's like, hey, I need something for the bill account. I just keep it all in here. And then any like gift cards or whatnot that I am working on, like saving for, like this Hobby Lobby gift card, because I mean, it's Hobby Lobby, right? To help me stay within that budget for like when things I want to buy for the house and all of that. I like to keep those on here, and I like to put tags. So, and I also have a little bit of stickers here. I haven't really been using these stickers. I've gotten out of my sticker happy phase lately. I've just been really functional. Whoops. Been really, really functional, but I also have this pocket right here where I keep like some stamps and checks and all those things again, so that way I can go ahead and also our tithing envelope. So this way, again, everything's all in one. When I pull this out, I know I am only focusing on budgeting, making sure any checks and things need to get paid, and those are taken care of. And then I put it back, I close this up, and I move on with my life onto the next thing. So, and there we go. That is how this is presently set up. As the year goes on and as my creative juices come back, I will more than likely go ahead and like make this a lot more cute. Maybe, maybe not, just in case my husband's like, no, take all that stuff off. But for the most part, that is my financial planner for 2025. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And again, I'm going to make sure I post the link down in the descriptions if you guys are interested in getting this financial planner for yourself. And that is all, you guys. Again, thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you like and subscribe to this video and to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.